This past Saturday at Floyd Zimmerman Stadium, the North Central College baseball team won Game 1 of their doubleheader versus North Park 9-6. After the game, we had a chance to speak with Cardinals Andrew Wahlbecker and Nate Aronson, Vikings coach Luke Johnson, outfielder Andy Athens, and pitcher Mike Giovenco.
I think 3, 4, 5, 6, their lineup's pretty good. They got pretty good speed at the top. I think it's pretty well balanced. Abraham and Corrigan are legitimate hitters in the middle of that order, and they got a college lineup out there. And I think if you in the later innings, if a guy's getting a little bit tired like Mike was, I mean, that's gonna come back to bite you.
I just noticed a couple of the hitters basically were able to sit on it, just wait fastball, and that's what they hit, especially the 3-4 guys. I think it was a 3-hitter. I think he was like 3-4 against me or something like that, but he established himself earlier on in the game, but I noticed he was able to get after my slider and my fastball, basically, and I felt that he was just sitting on the fastball the whole game, and it's not that I was scared to throw, it kind of takes it away.
We all knew what he had, we knew he was going to be up in the upper 80s, lower 90s, so we were just all looking fastball. That was our key point before we went out there. These games are huge. I mean, every day we're listening to what Augustana is doing, what North Park's doing, all around the conference. And each game, we're taking game by game, inning by inning. We're not looking ahead. We're just controlling what we can, and hopefully, we can get this done and get into the conference tournament.
We recruit against each other quite a bit. We jockey for position all year long, and it seems like the parity in the league is considerably better than it's been over the last 10 or 15 years. It seems top to bottom. There's the difference between the 3 seed and the 8th place team in this conference is quite a bit different and quite a bit tighter than it used to be.
We know that Augustana, needs to only win 1 game and stuff, and we're just trying to do the best we can, do our job and win out, and hopefully the rest will play out in our favor.
As a freshman starting pitcher, Mike Kloss led the team in wins, starts, complete games, shutouts, innings pitched, and strikeouts. Now a junior, Kloss is back to his old ways. Mike, there's a little fall off from your freshman to your sophomore year. Just kind of talk about your sophomore year a little bit.
My sophomore year, I kind of got away from a lot of things I was doing real well as a freshman. Started pitching backwards a little bit, relying a lot on my off speed instead of going with my fastball like I did a lot my freshman year. Other than that, just kind of got unlucky at times. People beating out infield singles, balls getting looped over infielders' heads, just that kind of stuff.
And now as a junior, the team has virtually about the same record as it did last year, but you're back to where you were leading in a lot of those categories.
Yeah, I've started going back to my fastball a lot. Again, just, getting outs, I think was my major thing this year, taking it 1 pitch at a time instead of trying to look ahead farther into the game.
Now, North Central College, they rank 3rd in the conference in errors in the CCIW. Have you felt that on the mound?
Not so much this year. Last year we struggled a lot defensively. This year I think we've done considerably better than we have in the past couple of years.
218 batters faced, I think, at this point right now, 5.41 ERA. How do you assess kind of your performance this year? Being pretty much a workhorse, I think the next closest is maybe 115 innings to you, being a workhorse for this team.
Yeah, early on, struggled a little bit first couple of games, but that's early in the season. And last game against North Park didn't work out so well for me, but other than that, pretty much all through conference, I've been able to go deep in the ball games.
And we talk about the Cardinals being such a young team, especially those young pitchers you guys have. A lot of the freshmen coming up to you for advice?
A little bit here and there, more mechanically than anything, looking for mechanics, hey, can you watch me during a bullpen type stuff.
Now, if you had to pick a 1, 2, and 3 right now for the North Central Cardinals, I imagine you could put yourself at number 1. Who would your number 2 and number 3 be?
Freshman Mike McGrath has come on late for us in conference and done pretty well. And then Jeremiah Torres, he's a transfer in this year, and he's been on the mound starting for us pretty much all year, so those would be probably my other 2.
Last year at Lincoln Way East High School, Joe Turek was named to the Chicago Sun-Times 3rd All-Area team, posting 12 home runs and 53 runs batting in. As a freshman, he ranks among the conference leaders in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage. Joe, coming into your freshman year, did you think you're going to be at the top of all those categories in a really tough Division III conference?
No, definitely not. But I just got an opportunity, and I took it. In the fall, Coach Fitz told me that I had a chance to be productive this year, and I really took that. All I need was really a chance. So I took a really strong fall and worked really hard in the winter. just things would fall my way.
Talk about this freshman year at North Central College. Are you exactly where you want to be right now? Has it been a good experience?
Yeah, I've definitely enjoyed it, but of course wins and losses aren't really where we want to be, but it's definitely been a good time. There's a good team, good teammates. They all really accepted me really well into the program, and I'm enjoying it.
You know, we just heard from Mike Giovenco, who's one of the top pitchers in the conference. That was evident on Saturday by about the 20 pro scouts in the stands that were sitting there clocking him. But you were clocking Giovenco. You had his number at the plate. We saw a couple of those hits. What was it for you that you were able to get on top of that fastball?
He nailed it on the head. That's all I was looking for. I watched first couple batters, noticed really he couldn't really get his off speed over very much, so just sitting on 90-mile fastball. It's kind of straight, but Coach Foley, he really pressed the practice before, so I was just sitting on it.
And we heard from Andrew Wahlbecker there too, another guy who was able to sit on that pitch. You know, before the game, how do you guys all get together and study a pitcher like that?
Oh, it's really nothing different than any other pitcher, really. We just learn from the scouting reports and everything and what coaches tell us, and just take certain things in the batting practice. Just go from there.
Well, from last Saturday's game, here are our plays of the week. As in these plays of the week, it starts with Nick Robinson, the third baseman. Nice stab at the ball right there. That's going to help save some runs in that bottom of the ninth inning. This is Joe Turek. Turek, that's a shot to the fence right there. I'm sure you had to be pretty happy with that contact. And finally, that scores Corrigan. Joe Heller at second base, staying with this ball right here. Flips the 4-6-3 double play. Coach, it's got to be nice to see those defensive plays being made out in the field.
It is, and like I said, I think our middle infield stepped up quite a bit. And to be honest with you, we're making better pitches to even allow our infielders to make some of those plays. So we've obviously had great strides over the last couple of weeks, and all of it's obviously not evident either in our wins and losses, but I think we're taking the right steps to get there.
Mike, you didn't pitch on Saturday. You were in the dugout most of the time. What did you see from the dugout from the hitters getting on that Giovenco?
Like Joe was saying, they were looking dead fastball a lot, and we were staying back on it, driving it to the opposite field, looked like a lock. I know Andrew hit a couple line shots over second baseman, first baseman's head that hit a couple RBIs. So it looked like we were taking the ball where it was pitched and hitting it hard from there.
Mike, you're almost done with your junior year. Do you have a most favorable moment from this year?
From this year, it would probably have to be the Elmhurst game. Struck out 17 there. It was a pretty good accomplishment for myself. Felt really good after that one.
And Joe, just real quick, the same question for you.
Actually, on Monday night at Aurora, we faced Aurora, and I was 5 for 5. Felt really good that game. That would probably have to be mine.
Two great performances. We'd like to thank Mike, Joe, and Coach Fitzgerald for joining us, and stay tuned for Tusher's Timeout. We'll be right back.